Hey, ladies and gents, it's Tia, and thanks for watching. Um, my question is, and it's based off of a conversation that I kind of recently just had today. The thing is, I text a guy. Well, he texted me and was like, "What you doing tonight?" And I told him nothing. I have to get my son ready for and prepared for school tomorrow. And so, I messed once he responded, he was just like, "Oh, okay." But a few days ago, he texted me and was like, if you're not seeing anyone, I want you to be with me. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, so he wants me to be with him. That means he's trying to pursue a relationship, right? So today, after he goes, oh, okay, to me responding to him asking me what I'm doing tonight, I was like, is that it? And he was like, huh? And I said, is that it? Is that all that you wanted to ask me? I mean, I feel like if a guy is if wants a girl to be with him, there should be more conversation than what you doing tonight. That's just me. Um, I'm not the type who's attracted to guys who only want to do something at night. That's not my thing. First and foremost, I have a 5-year-old son. And one thing I'm not gonna do is go lay up with a nigga that ain't changing my situation or even attempting to change my situation. So he tells me because I asked him, is that all the conversation that we're gonna have? Like he wasn't and all like to be all the way 100. Had I not asked him that question, I probably wouldn't heard shit back from him. I wouldn't have heard anything else from him for the rest of the day. Probably not even tomorrow. So, um, like he told me, he was like, "Well, I'm assuming that you're mad or you feeling some type of way, all because I wanted to know if that was it." I feel, if you're talking to someone, you should be able to ask that person anything. You should be able to tell that person anything and them not assume, but listen and try to hear where you're coming from and give you the best advice that they can give you on whatever question it may be, or answer it to the best of their ability. But now he want to tell me that I'm flipping out, I downplay him, and I'm wishy-washy and all of this and that, all because I want to make sure if I'm going to attempt to give you another chance with me when you fucked up the first time, I should be able to ask you any damn thing I want to, regardless of anything. Like it shouldn't always go to, oh, you mad because I asked you a question, a damn question. Really, guys, like what is it about guys that they feel like, or so-called men, that they feel like a woman always has to be angry when she asks him a question? Like it's a damn question. When you go to school, they tell you if your ass don't know the answer, ask the damn question. And when you in school, they tell you there is no stupid question. You know what I'm saying? You can ask any question. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. If you don't know something, you're supposed to ask. And being that we come on in the house, being that we are all adults, it's starting to rain outside. Being that we are all adults, um, being that we are all adults, I feel like, in an adult relationship, people ask questions so that they can get to know the person that they're talking to, making sure that there is a connection there. There is some type of conversation that can come about. Me, I'm very open-minded. I can talk to someone about anything. That's one thing about me that I love. I love to be able to conversate with someone about anything and everything that's going on in the world. And it kind of bothered me because I told him, I said, you know what? God didn't make you for me. Because if he made you for me, and if your relationship with him was better than it is, then you would understand nothing that I say to you comes as being mad or angry, but the fact that we're grown and damn it, we're supposed to ask questions. Now, fellas, why is that? Why must we be put in a position to where we feel bad about asking the guy that we with a question, a simple question as in, was that it? Simple as that. And then we get, oh, you wishy washy, you acting funny, and all of this and that, all because I want to know the nigga that I'm talking to. Ain't that about some bull? Like, it's crazy to me. It is so crazy to me. And I'm trying to figure out, am I wrong for telling him, you wasn't made for me? Because if you were made for me, it wouldn't be an issue for me to ask you a question like, do we have any more to conversate about than what we talking about? If somebody can tell me why niggas is like that, please do. Cause this right here makes no sense. And it just seems like the only thing he see is his thoughts and his opinions on things. And I feel like that nigga gonna be by himself for the rest of his life if he does not learn how to conversate with a woman. Like, a real woman is gonna ask questions. And I do have a slick mouth, but I feel like the problem that's wrong with a lot of these men today is we not keeping it 100 with them anyway. But once we do, we be tripping or we be flipping out or, downplaying them and things like that. I feel like, if you really trying to pursue something with me, then you'll put in that effort. And anything that I ask you, it should never be a problem or issue for me to ask you. Like, what the fuck is going on with these niggas today? Maybe it's just them South Side niggas. I don't know. Y'all tell me.